Hello, this is Michael at JTech, and I am going to be going over diagnosing a crank no start situation on your car. Okay, so let's begin. In a situation like this, some steps you would want to take is verify the concern, make sure the concern is there. You can then, if there is a check engine light on, you can go hook up a scan tool to find out if there's any codes that could lead you to a particular point. Which there are 4 things that you need for an engine to run: spark, compression, air, and fuel. Which these things are what you would be looking at. For example, for a situation of a crank no start, there could be a bad fuel pump, or clogged, or somewhere along the line. Which in this situation, this car could have that. It has 192,000 miles, and I don't know if it's been changed. So, in these situations, you can do certain tests. For one of the tests you can do, you can actually go and you can hook up a port to your car if it has it. It'll be somewhere along your engine, along the fuel rail, to measure the fuel pressure, to see if you have a weak fuel pump and diagnosing that. And if it's not that, it can be other things. Your injectors could be weak or clogged. And there could be so many other things that could be causing it, because it can be from a faulty sensor to anything else. But in this case, it could just be a faulty fuel pump on the car, which you would then find out and locate where the fuel pump is on this car, which will most likely be in the back seat. Remove it, and you can actually do particular tests on the fuel pump to make sure and see if it is faulty or not. You could also have a really bad old clogged fuel filter. On this, it seems like the fuel filter is fairly fine, so we will not worry about that. But when diagnosing a crank no start, and in other situations, it could be the spark plugs, which you can do power balance tests on the spark plugs. And also to find out if your coil is bad or weak, or even you can check the condition of the spark plugs if you have to in a situation like this. But that is some particular tips and notes on diagnosing a crank no start. And you can also, a good place to start would be to check fuses. And also on some cars you can do active tests on the scan tool, and when you turn the key you can hear the fuel pump prime, and that can also be an indication if it is the fuel pump or not, a faulty fuel pump. And also on newer cars you can do active tests, so you can activate the fuel pump and see if it is coming on or not, which sometimes it can be a fault with the ECM, which it's telling the fuel pump not to turn on under a certain condition that the car may be having. And those are some of the things that can be caused and cause a crank no start situation on a car. And this in particular, it could just be the fuel pump. So we're gonna leave it to that. And this has been Michael at JTech. Bye.